If you constantly feel like your husband is not listening to you, you're probably trying to fix the wrong problem. He might not be ignoring you. And the worst thing you can do right now is ask him to listen. What I'm about to explain today may become one of the most important breakthroughs for your marriage. Most wives think emotional connection works one way. You open up, you share more, you talk deeply, and eventually your husband feels safe enough to do the same. It sounds loving and emotionally healthy. But this exact belief is one of the biggest reasons many husbands slowly stop talking in marriage. One of the most important findings in relationship psychology says this: women feel close to their husband when he responds well to what they share. It's that perception of being heard that matters to us women the most. Men feel close to their wife when they get to share. That is not the same thing. Almost nobody explains this difference correctly. Most marriage advice treats men and women like they emotionally bond in identical ways, and they don't. For many women, intimacy is built through emotional responsiveness. I share something vulnerable, and he understands me. That creates closeness for her. But for many men, intimacy is built through self-disclosure itself. Talking is not the road to connection. Talking is the connection for men. And this completely changes how you should look at the classic complaint: he doesn't listen to me. Because while you're begging him to listen, you might be taking away the very thing he needs to feel connected, the space to talk. When women feel disconnected, they try to save the connection the only way they know how, by sharing more feelings, more processing, more explaining. You're doing it out of love. You believe you're opening the door, but what you're actually doing without realizing it, it's filling up the entire emotional room. The atmosphere becomes so heavy with your feelings, your stress, and your frustrations that instead of matching it, your husband simply steps back. He feels pressure, not an invitation to talk. There's simply no room left for his emotions when you've unintentionally taken all the space. This does not mean women should stay silent and suppress emotions. It just means that we need to be aware of when we accidentally create conversations where only our emotional world exists. Meanwhile, his inner world slowly disappears from the relationship. This is how 10 years later, you realize you no longer know what he thinks. It takes years of this exact pattern to reach a state of total disconnection. He stopped feeling invited long before he stopped talking. What makes this research even more interesting, studies show men often disclose more emotionally early in dating than women do. That destroys the stereotype that men simply cannot talk. They can. They already did. Many men also disclose more emotional content to male friends than to their romantic partner. So the issue is usually not an inability to open up. The issue is the environment. Somewhere along the line, talking stopped feeling rewarding, safe, and easy for him. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake wives make when trying to fix this. You ask a question. Your husband gives you a short answer. Then you immediately feel the silence. Silence feels uncomfortable, so you rush to rescue the conversation. You explain, you add detail, you keep talking, but silence is often exactly what allows him to speak. Many men don't process emotions out loud instantly. They need a few seconds, sometimes 20 seconds. You hear silence and you assume he has nothing to say. Meanwhile, he's only just beginning to form his thoughts. So here's a practical exercise for you to try tonight. Stop asking him to listen. Start inviting him to talk. Ask one specific question and then stay quiet much longer than feels comfortable. That's it. No deep emotional speech, no relationship lectures. Just one good question and space. What you're going to ask matters, so questions like, "How was your day?" almost always fail because the brain has an automatic response already. Fine, nothing really. Specific questions create an invitation to share. So tonight, try, what drained your energy today? What was the most interesting problem you had to solve today? What's something you haven't stopped thinking about during the day? Then comes the hardest part. Do not rescue the silence. Let it feel a little awkward. Count slowly to 10 in your head before speaking again. And when he finally shares something, do not move into fixing mode. Advice feels supportive to the person giving it. Validation feels supportive to the person receiving it. Instead of, "You should try this," Try, "That sounds exhausting," or "I can see why that bothers you." And the most underrated sentence in marriage might be, "Tell me more about that." Validation creates safety. Safety creates disclosure. Disclosure creates intimacy for man. And the key to all of this, the exact thing you've been waiting to receive from him, is this: husbands who feel heard become far more willing to listen. Right now, you might be demanding listening from a man who no longer feels emotionally invited into the relationship. For many men, being deeply listened to is one of the rarest emotional experiences in adult life. When a wife creates space instead of pressure, curiosity instead of correction, and silence instead of constant feeling, the husband slowly starts returning emotionally. So tonight, don't ask your husband to listen better. Ask one real question. Leave space and see what happens when a man finally feels emotionally invited instead of emotionally managed. If you want to understand more about what is hurting your marriage, subscribe. Here I share insights and tools to help women show up differently and build a happier marriage.